Okay. So guys, today's session and tomorrow's session are really, really important. Already one part of the important session I covered last week. We were having a less audience, but it's fine. Today we have a good audience. I really want to cover up all these topics, in personal with you because these are very important to understand. Fine. So just to give you a high level view, what all things we discussed in the last sessions, we entirely worked upon the inheritance part. And today we will be covering up the inheritance sections, and then we will be seeing multiple other things in the inheritance concept only, and we will be closing up this particular topic today. Fine. So what is inheritance, guys? Already I have told you that inheritance is something that a child can inherit some properties from your what? Parent class, correct? Or a child can also inherit some properties from the grandfather. Hmm? So there is a flow. What is that? That is a multi-level flow. Hmm? From where? That is a diagram that I presented last time, but I'm giving you again a overview again for this particular thing what I have written. This is a complete inheritance. I am talking about what? Vehicle is a class. It's a super class, or we can consider it as a grandfather. Fine. Then we have a car class. Car is what? Car is a basically your father you can consider. Fine. That's a one level of inheritance. That is a second level of inheritance. And at last we have a what? A grandchild or a child of car. So we have three childs of car: BMW, Audi, and Honda. Fine. Okay. Vehicle class has its own methods, which is directly being inherited by the BMW class. Hmm? And how to inherit the methods of a parent class? By using the extend keywords. So this BMW class has to extend the vehicle grandfather. Why? So that it can utilize all the methods of this vehicle class. Perfect. Apart from that vehicle class, oh sorry, your BMW class consists of your some individual methods also. These are the stars. Okay. These are the individual methods, neither inherited nor overridden. Now, what is overridden methods? Can you see this? A triangular one. These are the methods which are overridden from this car class. And what do you mean by overridden then? Overridden means, guys, let's suppose this car class consists of some methods. You know? Some method is there which is written some business logic, but BMW says that I really don't like car class business logic and I really want to implement my own logic using the same method. So I told you in the last session, what is this? Method overriding. In case of your method overriding, everything remains same. Your return type, number of parameters inside the parenthesis, signature, everything remains same. The only change which can happen in the method overriding case is what? Your method implementation, the way you are writing the business logic. Okay, rest everything remains same. But if you'll remember in case of method overloading, hmm, you can have different parameters to overload a method, sequence of the parameters matters, count of the parameters, and obviously return time doesn't matter. Fine. Method overriding can only and only happen in case of your inheritance concept, in case of your child-parent relationship concept. But method overloading was case in case of your single class, only an individual class. Hmm? I hope things are clear. Okay. What is this hurt method? So these are the methods, hmm, what, which is there in your Honda also. These are the overriding methods. Overriding means it has changed its colors, means it has its own implementation body. Fine. Star methods are what? Individual methods of this particular Audi class, Honda class, or BMW class. Triangular methods are what? These are the inherited methods. Means no body change is there, directly utilizing these methods directly with the help of an object of a BMW. Fine. Okay, I hope this is clear. This is a multi-level hierarchy from the vehicle to the car to the Audi, or from the vehicle to the car to the BMW, and from the vehicle to the car to the Honda. This is called as multi-level inheritance. Perfect. Okay. Can we have multiple inheritance? This is not multi-level, guys. It is multiple. Can we have multiple inheritance in Java? Multiple means what? One child can have two parents. Logically not possible, na? If we'll talk about the logic also, Java also, it's not possible. So single child cannot have any time two parents. It's restricted in Java. But tomorrow we will be seeing how we can actually have this implementation also via interfaces. Perfect. But for time being, understand if BMW is the class of your what? Your child class of your car, can it be an another child of your car 2 class? No, never. Understand, it's a very important interview question. Multiple inheritance is never possible in case of a Java. Fine. Multi-level is obviously you can go for single level inheritance is possible, multi-level is possible, but multiple is not possible. Fine. Can you access the properties from your siblings? See, BMW can access properties of Audi? No, never. Huh? This is restricted. Accessing properties from the siblings are not allowed or not called as inheritance in case of a Java. Perfect. Okay. So I have taken to you, I have written down some practical things based on this only. So we have a car class. I just created a car class previously. This was a car class, guys. I'm just explaining for all those people, those who are not there. This is a car class. Car class consists of a start method, stop method, a refuel method, and let it be a main method, but not required in case of inheritance. Fine. We have a Audi class. It was doing what? Extending the car class. Why? So that it can utilize the methods of car class. Hmm? But Audi class consists of its own individual methods. This is what? Individual methods. This is what? Overridden methods. Why overriding? Because you are changing the implementation. What it is saying? Audi stop method. What car is saying? Car stop method. Hmm? Okay. This is the overriding method. What is this? These are two methods. Now, let us talk about BMW class. BMW is extending the car class. Huh? It's an overriding method. Hmm? What is this? Auto parking feature. It's an individual method. So a class can consist of overriding method, individual methods, and directly inherited methods. Huh? Okay. For that reason, I created a test car class. What was test car class? It was basically a user, those who really want to test it. How to test it? I just created a what? Child class. Who is the child? BMW. I created a child class reference or an object, and I really want to call what? Start method, stop method, refuel method, and auto parking. This was the individual method from BMW. This was what? Refuel method was what? Hmm? Check it out from where it is coming. Coming from car class. So that's why refuel method is what, guys? It's a inherited method. Hmm? Stop and start are what? First of all, see this start coming from where? It is overridden method of BMW. Hmm? So this is overridden method. Hmm? Can you just try to run it first of all one time? Then you will understand more clear, and then we'll be moving forward. What is an issue? Okay, let it be. What about this? See, what is a BM from where this start method is coming? Just a second, guys. Otherwise, it'll create an issue. From where this start method is coming? I told it's an overridden method. That means whatever BMW has given the logic now, it will be printed. Okay. From where this stop method is coming? Directly from the car class. That's the inherited method. From where the refill method is coming? Directly from the car class. Inherited method. And from where this auto parking feature is coming? Directly from the individual method of the BMW class. See, BMW auto parking. Now, in similar way, I created what? I created a car class object also in this user class to test it whether my car class object can actually have all the features of this car class or not. Now I am calling car stop, start, and refuel. So all these methods, guys, are coming from what? Where? From the car class. Hmm? Can you see? Is car class inheriting any class? No. Right now, we have just mentioned these things: car, BMW, Audi, and Honda. But we don't have right now vehicle. We will be creating today. Okay? Okay. That's what? What is it? Audi? Same thing. Auto theft safety is coming from what? Individual method. Start and stop coming from where? See this? That's an individual method. It's coming from car. That's an inherited method. And a stop is coming from where? Hmm? Directly from where? From the Audi overridden method. See how? If I'm clicking stop, see it is reaching here. It's an overridden method. Why? Having an annotation of override. Can you see the same stop method in the car class? See, it was having car stop method. But Audi says what? Audi stop method. So in this way, overridden methods, individual methods, inherited methods are being called. Okay, I hope things are clear, guys. Perfect. Today, we'll be moving forward from this. What? How? Okay, first of all, what we'll see. Okay, I've talked about multiple inheritance and all these things. Yes. Today, we will be doing one more important concept, that is casting. I've already told you in the previous sessions that we can typecast. What do you mean by typecast? Converting one type of data to the another type of data. Can we do it in case of your objects of our classes also? Yes, we can do. How? See this first of all. What I'm writing now, okay, typecasting. Okay. In typecasting, first of all, we will see topcasting. What do you mean by topcasting? Hmm? Uh, it is child. So all these questions, guys, are interview-based questions. Directly they're asked in an interview. If you know the practical approach, it's really very good, but you should at least know the theoretical concept. Topcasting is going to be utilized so much in Selenium that you can't even dream of. Everything is based on the topcasting in case of a Selenium. What is this? Child class object is referred by parent class reference variable. How we can create now in this term? hmm, How to create an object of a class? So right now, what I'm trying to do, I'm going to create an object of BMW class. How? With the help of new keyword. In this way, can we create it? Yes. What I'm saying, this BMW object, child class object, will be referred by what? Parent class reference variable. What is the parent class? Car. Can we create it something like this? Car is equals to this. Yes, we can do. How to create an BMW object? In this way. How to do the top casting? Top casting means what? Child class object is referred by parent class reference variable. Now, I'll just open, first of all, some paint diagram for you to make you understand. Otherwise, it's a paint already open. It's fine. I'm going to open, or I'll just going to open just Microsoft diagram only so that, okay, fine. What is this? New BMW object means, let me just try to create, first of all, a BMW object. You know, this is what? Object. What this object consists of? Hmm? Let me just directly go into the BMW part. What this object consists of, guys? It consists of an overridden method. Hmm? It consists of, just a second, consists of your overridden method. Again, anything else? It consists of your individual method. Now, will it consist, since now the object of BMW is created, guys, you know, that means a photocopy of all these methods will be given surely to this BMW object. But will the copy of your car class methods will also be given? Start, stop, refuel. Hmm? Tell me, will this be given? Yes. Photocopy of all parent class methods variables will be given to this what? BMW object. How? We will see in some time. Okay. This object, which is what your new BMW object means, obviously it is created in this way, is referred by whom? Hmm? Referred by your car class reference variable. That means this car, this is the reference variable, is referring to what? entire BMW object. But the question is, what all properties it can actually fetch or access? See this. I am going again onto the test car. Hmm? So what this, first of all, tell me what this relationship means. Hmm? Can you consider BMW is a class or BMW is a car? Hmm? BMW is a type of car. Perfect. Audi is a type of car. So all these child candidates are maintaining a is our relationship with the parent class. And when you find an is a relationship, top casting can be done. Hmm? Now, first of all, what I'm trying to do, understand. I've just told you from the memory diagram that all these things are happening. है ना? Means this car reference variable is referencing to all these methods. But can I actually fetch the methods? How? Car dot see what all methods are coming first of all. Start and stop are coming from where? From the car class. See. Okay. Refuel method coming from where? Car class. Okay. Anything else? First of all, I just do what? Try to fetch all these things. Then I'll explain the logic. Fine. I told what? BMW consists of some overridden methods. What are the overridden methods in BMW? It is having your start, only start method is there. And one individual method is there, auto parking. So this object consists of individual methods also. But see this. Car can actually access its parent methods. Can we just try to test it? First of all, I'm just giving a demarcation here. Silly. Now, all these methods you will get to know through soon from where it is coming. See, focus on this last line. This is coming from what? BMW auto card start method. Hmm? So this is start. Since it is an overridden, hmm, it is coming from your BMW, not from the start, not from the car class. See, it is a car start method only. Fine, but it is being overridden inside your child class. That's why if you're even trying to call from either from guys your this BMW, see from here also you got what? See, first of all, BMW auto start method, BMW auto start method. That means if you're trying to create an object of a child class, you know, and if you really want to uh, call by the child class object only, all the overridden methods will be called. Either you call it via parent class reference variable or you call it via child class object. In both the cases, your overridden methods will be called. So in this way, overridden methods are called. Perfect. What is about stop? From where it is coming? It's coming from the car class. And refuel method, it's also coming from the car class. But question is, can you access or fetch the properties or the individual properties, individual methods of a BMW class? See, auto parking, I'm trying to write no suggestions. That means you can do what? You can actually call all the individual methods of a car class and all the overridden methods of the child class with the help of your parent class reference variable. But you cannot call the individual methods of a child class. Fine. This is clear. Okay. Same concept, guys, you'll be using like WebDriver driver is equals to new Chrome driver in case of your automation frameworks in case of Selenium. A lot of times. But in that case, WebDriver is an interface. But here, your car is what? A class, not an interface. So understand, you can actually access the overridden methods, but you cannot access your, if I'm just saying, just a second, do I have any strike through? You cannot access these individual methods. No. Then what I can access? I can access this photocopy of all the parents class methods and reference variables if I really want to fetch it from the car class reference variable. Fine. I hope this concept is clear. Hmm? Fine, guys. Okay. So this start method is coming from where? It is an overridden method. Huh? Stop method is coming from where? A child class. Refuel method is coming from where? car class. So what will happen? See, understand internally what happens. This car class is bringing these methods, है ना? But this object is consisting of all these methods also. Because of that, what? Inheritance. That's why a reference type check will be cleared that these methods are coming actually from where? From the car class only. That's why you can actually call this overridden methods and all the methods of your what? Car class. But for calling an individual methods, no, we have a restriction. In that case, you have to create an object of the child class only to call the individual methods. Hmm? Okay, I hope this is clear. Fine. The next what? Hmm? In case of your this auto parking feature, even if I'm writing this, just just try to. I'm writing explicitly this auto parking feature, not about this B, but a car. See what it is giving. The method is undefined for the type car. What will happen? Internally, a reference type check will be failed. Why? Is this method coming from car class? Hmm? It is present inside the object. But is this method coming from the car class? Or it's an overridden method? No, it's an individual method of a child class object. So tell me guys, logically also, you have a parents. Can your parents access your properties? No, no way. But they can have a access of all those properties which are coming from them to you. है ना? But whatever features you have, whatever character, whatever you have, that cannot be accessed by your parents. Try to understand in this way. That's why a reference type check will be failed for all your individual methods of a child class when you're trying to call by a parent class reference variable. And hence this cannot be called. So what all things will be called? You can actually call what? Your overridden methods. You can actually call all the methods which are coming from the parent class. Hmm? Okay. I hope this is clear now. Any doubts? Okay. Now, what I'll do, I'll just try to create, I'll just close it out. We'll try to create one what? What is giving error? Okay, fine. Delete it out. Let us just try to create one variables also because till now we have not talked about variables, only methods we have talked about. What are the variables? Can we create any variables here? Hmm? Let us just try to create a speed variable. Can we create an int speed is what? Let it be 40 km per hour. And this is the speed of a car. So car is saying that I am having a speed of car 40. So try to maintain this speed. Hmm? Can we override this variables? So first of all, guys, understand there is no such variable overriding in case of Java. No, it's not there. But see uh, what if I'm saying here directly here int with the same variable speed, I am saying that obviously BMW is a sport car. I really don't want to take the speed of a car class, a parent class. I want to make it to 100. That at least 100 should be the minimum speed of the BMW. Is this overriding the variable? No, it is not. What you are doing? This is the individual variable you are setting it at the BMW level. This is the individual speed you are setting at car level. But can we just try to check it via what? Car class reference variable and then also the BMW class object. How? See this. In the test car, I am going again and I really want to yeah, use this speed concept. I really want to print. How to print? I'm just going system.out.println and I really want to do what? A p dot. So this is the BMW object. Can I access the speed? Yes, I can. See. Now show first of all, see what speed it is giving. Is it giving 100? Is it giving 40 or what? See, obviously it will be giving the 100 now because you are trying to call it what? With the BMW class object. And there is no such concept of overriding. So whatever speed you have mentioned in the BMW class, it will be calling that. But the question is, first of all, can we try to call your speed method of your BMW from here. Means what if I'm saying car, you just call speed method. Or I really want to print it on the console. Car dot speed method. Tell me guys, what is the speed I'm expecting? 40 or 100? Hmm? Guys, tell me. Please unmute yourself and tell me what is the expectations I'm this having in this case. 40 kilometer per hour or 100 kilometer per hour? Hmm? See this. The speed of what? Car class will be printed. See. Why? Reference type. Methods, variables are coming from where? Car class. And you're trying to do what? From the reference of a car, you are just trying to call the variables. So reference type check will be passed that speed is also there inside my car. Hence, I have to call the car class speed only. But the question is right now, if I don't have any speed, what? Of your car class, then will it be calling your child class BMW speed or not? Hmm? Let us just try to test it. If I'm saying I don't have any speed of car, first of all, can I uh, see see the issue? Speed cannot be resolved or is not a field. That means it understood that car you don't have any speed variable. That's why you cannot call it. If you are really trying to call the speed of an of your child, you cannot. Hmm? But can uh, BMW class object call its speed? Yes, it can call. Same thing it will be getting. See 100. Now another question, another concept. What if I'm saying now car you have a speed of 40 kilometer and BMW is not having any speed? Important concept. Now tell me in the test car class, if first of all, can you see this? If I'm getting any sort of error, no error are there. That means with the help of a child class object, right now I don't have any speed variable here. But then from where this speed variable is getting called? Hmm? So what I told, if you are creating a child class object, so child class can inherit all the properties of your parent class. Can it inherit the speed also? Yes, it can inherit. See this. Now I am printing the speed of car from car variable also and from the B variable also. See this. So if BMW class does not have its own speed, it will be calling directly the speed of what? Parent class. Hmm? I hope this is clear. Hmm? Okay. So this is what? A concept of a inheritance, concept of a top casting. Top casting is what? A child class object is being referred by the parent class reference variable. And what all parent class reference variable can access? It can access all the overridden methods. It can access all the inherited methods of parent class. It can access all the variables of the parent class. But can it access the individual methods of a child class? No, never. Fine. I hope this is understandable. Hmm? Now, I told there are two types of typecasting. I have just discussed one for you. What is second type of typecasting? Hmm? It is downcasting. What is downcasting then? You can have an idea from this statement I have written. In case of a top casting, child class object is referred by the parent class reference variable. Then what is downcasting? In this case, what? Parent class object. Parent class object will be referred by a child class reference variable. But is this logical? Hmm? Means you will be doing what? I am just saying I'm creating a new car. I've created an object of a car class, a parent class, and I really want it to be referred by what? Your BMW. Is this allowed? First of all, see this. Cannot convert car to BMW. So can you tell me, is this a logic way that you're trying to convert this car into a BMW? No, BMW is a car. Car is not a BMW. है ना? It will give error because every car can be a BMW, guys, but every BMW can be a car, but every car is not a BMW. So that's why it is saying not allowed. Why? Is a relationship not followed in this case? Hmm? So consider same thing I told you in the first few sessions of your Java. What? I told something like this. If I'll be taking same thing, you have two boxes. Just a second. Just a second. You have two boxes, guys. One is this saying 20. Second is this saying 50. Can you put 20 into 50? Yeah, I can put. This is what? Upcasting, top casting. Can you put 50 inside 20? No, you cannot. But there is some way you can do that explicitly, forcefully. How? If you can just scrap this data, cut down this 50 data, or reduce this data, then you can have multiple chunks of this 50 and then you can just put it inside 20. But in this case, I told previously also data will be lost. So there is no guarantee that 50 can be typecasted to 20. And there is no use case also, guys. You can keep 20 item into 50. There is a use case. But for 50 into 20, obviously no use case. That's why Java is saying, I won't allow you to what? Your child class reference variable cannot refer to a parent class object. No use case. But I am saying let it be. I still want to typecast it. First of all, see how I can do this. I told you double braces are there. Then what you have to write? You have to write BMW. So what I'm trying to do here, I am trying to typecast this car class object to a BMW and then referred by a BMW. Hmm? No error. Error is gone. So compile time issue is not there. But see this. Can I call any methods with this? Can I call auto parking, all these things? It is showing. Hmm? But first of all, before calling things, let me just try to run this program. Why? See, can you see this? What error I'm getting? Exception in the mean. Why? Class cast exception. That Nishant, if you're trying to cast your parent into a child, it's not possible in Java. Cannot be cast to a what? BMW. And that's how your program will never respond. That's why, understand it's a theoretical concept. You should never downcast your anything. You should, never keep bigger item into a smaller item. It's not the case. It's not logical. And that's why Java is saying it's a class cast exception. So even if you're trying to convert your car class object into a BMW and trying to run the program, it is going to give you the error. That's why in logical sense and practical sense, we never use the what? Downcasting approach. But yes, top casting will be multiple times used. Hmm? Okay. I hope these concepts, interview things are clear, guys. Hmm? Now, what I'll do, I'll just try to move forward to implement this further concept. Can we have a vehicle class now? Hmm? Yes, surely we can have. So inside this same inheritance interface, I'm just going to create vehicle class and it's fine. If I really want to keep it, have some public method, main method, I can, otherwise need not to have. Now, what I'll do, see inside this vehicle, can you see this? I have one individual method of its vehicle class. Let us just try to create it. How to do this? Public void, and I am saying I am having one engine method. Huh? This is what? The vehicle class is what? A grandparent of Audi. Parent of what? Car. See this. First of all, I just creating a method for you, and I'm writing. It's a vehicle class engine method. Perfect. It's an individual method right now of the vehicle class. Hmm? Right now, have we extended this vehicle? Car is actually using this vehicle now. So we have to extend the vehicle also. How? Perfect. Now car has become what? A child of vehicle. Huh? And BMW has become what? Since it is extending car, it has become what? The grandchild of vehicle. Hmm? Now, what we will do with the help of your car class object, can we call now? See, with the help of car class object, can we call vehicle class method? Yes, we can call. Why? It is an inherited method. See this. C dot engine method I can call. Hmm? Let us just try to print it. See, vehicle class engine method called via what? Your child class object of car. Hmm? Question. Can we call this vehicle class engine method from Audi, BMW, grandchild also? Let us try. So we have already created a BMW class object. You know? Can we just try to BMW dot engine method? Yes, it is coming. From where? Vehicle class. See. And what about Audi? Yes, Audi also I am having one thing. Can we just try to call A dot engine method? Yes, yes, it is there. That means, first of all, see whether it is actually printing or not. See, vehicle class engine, vehicle class engine, vehicle class engine. That means your Audi class can directly inherit the properties of what? Your grandfather. Car class can inherit the properties of what? Your father. Fine, guys. That's how your multi-level inheritance works. That your grandchild can directly inherit the properties of your grandfather and your father by just creating an object of the child class or grandchild class. Hmm? Now, can we just try to override now this vehicle class method? What is the method? It's an engine method. Can we just try to now override this engine method where? Hmm? Into my BMW class. See this? Can we do this directly? Can I override the grandfather properties to my BMW class? Let us see. I am writing one more overridden method. What it is? Taking directly from the vehicle class and saying I'll be having my own implementation. Okay? Because obviously the engine of your BMW is somewhat more good, more powerful. So what it is saying that it consists of your BMW engine. It's a BMW class engine method. Okay. What is the annotation? We have to check if it is an overridden method properly or not. Directly override. See, perfectly working fine. That means now engine method has become an overridden method only in case of your BMW. Now, can we just try to run the same thing again to check the difference? Hmm? Now this time, not the vehicle method, but the overridden method inside the BMW will be called. See this first of all. B dot engine is calling the BMW class engine method because it has overridden the grandparent method. But in case of your Audi or in case of your class, no overridden, directly inheriting the properties. Fine, guys. This is the difference between the overridden method, inherited method. Hmm? Okay. Now, can I override this vehicle method inside car class also? Means I really want to inherit or override this vehicle method in the car class. Since car is a child and I really don't have any overridden method inside my car class, can I override? And I'm writing car class engine method. Can I use this annotation at the rate? Override? Yes, we can write. Now, can we just try to test the car again? So what? Now, I'm just trying to call this engine method. Tell me, what is the expectations? Will it be calling the vehicle class engine method or car class? Hmm? See this. See, first of all, BMW was called via B dot engine. Sorry, I've already used this. Already engine method is there. See this. Hmm? First of all, because of that BMW class object, it is calling its overridden method. Now see, because of this car class has overridden the engine method from the vehicle class, it is now calling its own overridden method. And why? There is a change in Audi also. Why it is now calling, not calling the vehicle class over method? Because Audi is also inheriting your car na. So in this case now, the overdone method of this engine will be acted as an inherited method for your Audi also. Hmm? Audi is where? Audi is here. Audi is directly using the overdone method of your car class. That's why it is printing what? Car class engine method. Hmm? I hope the concepts of this inheritance, inherited methods, overdone methods are clear to you now. Hmm? Okay. Let us discuss one problem in case of a Java. What is this? Let me just try to clear it up for you. I'll just open up Paint again. What is diamond problem in Java? Hmm? You have uh, mm, 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 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what do you have, guys? You have parent 1, parent 2. Then you have some other thing also. You can consider it parent 3. Perfect. You have a child here. Hmm? Okay, just cross it out. What I'm saying, uh, this parent 3 or class 3 is inheriting the properties of parent 1. Can it do? Yes. Parent 2 means this is the child of the parent 2. Okay. But can parent 1 be the parent of this child? Hmm? Can we work in this way? No. That this is not at all possible, not at all recommended in Java. Why? One child class can never have or two parents or three directly. It's coming from here also now. So what it is creating? See, understand what it is doing, guys. It is creating. Just a second. It is sort of creating something like this. See, I'm just going in like this. Okay. Or if I'm just directly using the lines, can you see this? What it is created? A pentagon, hmm? A sort of a diamond created. So that is what called a diamond problem in Java means single child cannot call or cannot extend two parents or three parents. And in this way, a diamond will become in the diagrammatical format. If you will see now, a diamond will be formed, and that's why it is called a diamond problem, which is not there in which cannot be solved in Java. So if you will talk about the classes, this is also called a multi-level or multiple inheritance, and it's also called a diamond problem. Means a single child cannot have or inherit the properties of two parents. Fine. Now, what I'll do, I'll just try to create one more class for you in the same thing. I'll do one more thing. I'm just creating a truck class. Hmm? It has its main method, perfectly fine. It'll be, but I'm saying it consists of your one method is there. Public void. Your loading method is there inside this. Perfect. It consists of your some method, some your statements like truck loading. This is a separate class. What I'm trying to do, I really want this truck class should also be extended by my BMW class. First of all, is this possible? BMW is already extending the car class. Can I extend truck class? No. Let us just try to check even this then. See, cannot do this. Hmm? Cannot do this. We cannot extend car and truck together. Only one class can extend one class. So first of all, it is clear that I really cannot have truck as my parent because I already have car as my what? Parent from here. So I cannot have one more parent of mine. That's now proved that in Java we cannot have two classes being inherited by one child class. Perfect. Now the question is, what if I really want to use the method of the truck? What is the method? Overloading, or sorry, loading method in my BMW. What is the way? if I really want to use a truck class method in my BMW class, how can I do that? Obviously, there is only one way, that I have to create an object of truck class in this particular, and I can utilize a method. See, can I have one method like this public void? If I just can just create some method like this public void my loading method, and inside this my loading method, if I can really call the what truck class loading method, how I have to create an truck class object. Hmm? Can I call then truck dot see loading method is being called. So by creating an object of a truck class, you can call its method, but you cannot extend its properties. Hmm? So no inheritance is there with multiple parents. So we cannot inherit or override the methods coming from the truck class, but we can directly utilize it with the help of your objects. Now, can we call this my loading method in the test car? Huh? So this method is where? It's in BMW. Now, if I really want to call this my loading method with the help of this BMW object, can I do this? Hmm? See this BMW.myLoading, it's coming. Yes, I can do. And that's how I can actually utilize the other parent class properties inside the child class without directly overriding or inheriting. See, truck loading. Hmm? This is the way you can actually work. You should know the concepts. Now, this my loading method, which I have written now in the BMW class, it has a relationship method, not a direct, but a indirect relationship with what? Truck class object, which we created for calling the truck class method. Hmm? I hope this is clear to you. Hmm? Any questions here till here? Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so I hope till here, guys, multiple things are clear. Once you take the recordings, do practice all these things, whatever I have created, the entire flow. If you will practice, you will get more insights on this. Hmm? Now, let us talk about some what your restrictions. Okay, can I create a method if I'm just going inside the car class, guys? Can I create a method as a final method? Hmm? Let us just try to create one more method. What? Public void. And I am just creating a restart method is there in my car class. It is just saying what? Car method. What I told? I really want to make it final. How? Public final void start. Now, I told you in the previous concepts of Java, I think, okay, no, you don't have, but if you have a knowledge on Java thing, what about final? If I am really making a variable, I told in the classes, if I really making a what variable as final, can I change the property or the value of that method of that variable? Huh? I cannot. So one concept is that if I am really making a variable to be final, I cannot change its value. It's done as constant. Really, I cannot change it. But how about if I am making a method as final in my inside any class? Huh? Concept is what? Can I override? This is also an interview question. Can you override a final method? You can override a non-static method. You have seen a lot. But now let us see what all things you can override, what all things you cannot. Can you override a final method? Hmm? If I'm saying inside the BMW class, guys, I am writing or just copying it from there because obviously everything has to be same. I'm saying copy and paste. Can I override this final method? See what issue I'm getting. See this. Cannot override the final method from car. Can you read this last line? Cannot override the final method from car. That's why. One thing you now it has become constant that your final methods cannot be overridden. It's not allowed in case of Java. Hmm? Okay. I'm just commenting it out. Now what? I'm going inside my test car. Can I call this final method? Means obviously overriding is not allowed, but can I call this final method from my test car? See, with the help of this C dot, what is the name? Restart. Can I call it? I can call it. See, but obviously the properties will remain final, constant. See what is there? Uh, car class restart method. Hmm? That means I can actually call my car class final method with its object, but I cannot override the final methods. Hmm? Now, can I call this final method with the help of my BMW class? This is the question. Yes, I can do that also. Why? Because now final method is acting as an inherited method for me. I cannot override. It's perfect. Can I inherit? Yes. I can just directly use it anywhere by creating an object of a child class. But I cannot change its value. I cannot change its properties. I cannot change its implementation. That is final. So second concept of final is what? If you have any method final, then you cannot override that final method. You can just directly call them. Hence, final method cannot be overwritten. If you really want to have some real-time example, understand the case. You have a website, huh? Like Amazon website is there. We are taking this again case. In this Amazon website, there is a page class. Fine. Like if I'm just opening for you, mm, 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 Amazon is having something like this. It is having this main page. If I'm just going on this Amazon page, this is what? A landing page, HTML page, index.html page. Hmm? A main page is there. What is common, first of all? If I'm just going on electronics item, I have went on electronics. Can you see this? But can you see the a thing which remains common? All the menu items are common. All the drop downs are common. Is my logo changed? Image changed? No, it is also common. That means my logo, my image, all my menus are considered as final. Their values cannot be changed. Hmm? Understand? Similar way, we have what? We have your sign in. If you really want to sign in, you can do that. But is the logo changed? No, it is not changed. It is final. So if I really want to go on what? Your registrations, let me just see if the registration page is there. Okay, your starts here. Just a second. Register for okay, let us just go and register for a free business account. Can you see this? First of all, it is a business account, that's fine. If I really want to register it as an new customer, see logo, same logo. That's what I really want to tell you, that all these things are final. You cannot change its properties. Either it's a login page, sign up page, some landing HTML page, electronics page, anything it is there. So all these things are what? Your logo method, your menu bar, all are final. But what's changing is the title. Can you see this URL? It's changing. It's not final. It's changing. For the electronics, it became what? For customer service, see, it became what? These are not final. So you should know, guys, once you are creating automation frameworks, what all keywords, what all variables, what all methods you have to make final, and what all methods not. Hmm? So is it considered like Amazon every page will have its own logo? Hmm? No, it is inheriting, na? It is inheriting the logo which is created on the main page. That's how the real concept of your final works and inheritance works. Fine. Title cannot be. See, this is the title. All these things. It cannot be final. Why? Because every page has its own title, na? It cannot be final. Okay. Two things, two concepts we cleared. My variables cannot be final, but they can be final, but I cannot change the property of final variables. My methods can be final, but what is the restriction? I cannot override the final methods, though I can inherit them. But guys, there is huge restriction. I cannot really what? Override a final method. Hmm? Now, next thing, if I really want to make my class as final now, can I do this? See, first of all, in this way I can do. Now, my class has become final. Now you will see a change where in your BMW, Audi, or Honda, whatever you are at. In all the child classes, you will be able to see the change. How? Can I go on BMW? See, remove final modifier of car. Why? Because the BMW cannot be the subclass of a final car class. Third, very, very important concept. If a class has been made as a final class, then this class cannot be the parent class. Means this class can never be inherited. Or we can say that the methods of this particular car class can never be overridden. See, earlier it was an overriding case. Now see this. The method of BMW must override or implement a super type method. That means it is considering that car is not the super class of your BMW class. So either try to make it as a proper super class or just try to remove these methods. Hmm? So we can say that a final class can never be an overridden, can never be an overridden. See the Audi, same thing. Hmm? See the test car, why it's creating an issue. Obviously, you cannot call the methods now. Guys, these are the very, very important concepts. What is the three use cases of final? I'm just removing it from time being. Huh? What are the three use cases of final? It is every time B is being asked in an interview. Final variable, if I am having value can't be changed. Final method, if I am having, then what? This method can't be overridden. Third is what? If your class is final, in such case, the class cannot be superclass of any child class, or this class cannot be inherited. Hmm? I hope this is clear. Very, very important concept. Now, till now we are here clear. We have already seen multiple non-static methods. We have seen the final with the non-static methods, but can we see few cases of the static methods also? Hmm? This is the car class. Now let me just try to create one more method, guys, a sort of a billing method. And I am saying public, but this should be an static method. Public void billing method. But this should be definitely what I am saying. Try to be your, just a second, car class billing method. Hmm? I can create a method. Yes. Can I make it static? I can. So this is a static method in my car class now. ठीक है? First of all, what I'll do, can I override this static method? Another important interview question. Can you override an static method? Hmm? See this. If I'm saying copy, and I really want to have the same billing method in my BMW class also, but with a little change in what? Your implementation. I am saying it's not a car class. Now it's a BMW class billing method. So right now, guys, I'm not having any error or the issue here. है ना? But see, if I am writing override, can you see a change? The method billing of type BMW must override or implement a super type. That means it is not accepting this. That you cannot override an what? Static method. As soon as I remove this override case, it will be considered as what? An individual method of my BMW class, but not an overriding method. This proves static methods cannot be overridden. Hence, the billing method, which is now in the BMW class, will be regarded as what? Individual method. So, guys, the concept of static method overriding in Java in child class, it is considered as what? Method hiding and not method overriding. Understand it, learn it, memorize it, whatever you want to do it, do it. But learn it. It will be asked in an interview. The concept of static method overriding, it's not overriding. It's called, first of all, method hiding, and you cannot do a method overriding in case of your Java. Hmm? So what we'll do now? Let us just try to access this billing method now. What? Of your in your test car class. I'm going inside the test car and I am having already car class there. Can I just call this billing method? And you will see. First of all, tell me by what I should actually call this billing method of a car class. Since billing method is what? A static method. How should we access it? With the reference variable? Yes, we can do it, but it's a never recommended approach. I told you in the previous sessions. How should we do this then? Directly with the help of your what? Hmm? Class name dot method name. Now see, can I print it? Car class billing method. Hmm? But what about I'm saying what? uh, okay. What I'm saying, uh, do what? Your just a second. Can I call this billing method of this BMW class with the help of BMW object? See, b dot billing method. Yes, it is coming, but from where? It is coming from the billing, from the BMW class. And how should we call it? Since it is a static method, BMW via billing. Now see what a statement it is going to print. It is printing some individual statement like BMW class billing method. Hmm? Understood? Now, what if I'm saying I'm just commenting your billing method of this car class also? Sorry, the BMW class. Now see a change. Hmm? Now, will this be regarded as inherited method or individual method calling? Hmm? Can you see an issue here? No error. Why? Because right now, since you have now commented down your BMW class static method, it will be directly calling the car class inherited method. See, now the car class billing method is being called. And also in the case of 26 line, car class billing method is being called. So now both of them is calling the car class billing method only. As soon as the BMW class, we have commented its own billing method. But as soon as a BMW class has its own billing method, it will be calling its own. But that's not regarded as a method override. Okay. That means your parent class static methods can also be called via what? Child class objects. With what concept? As an inherited method concept, not overridden method concept. Fine. Another thing, can we override your uh, static methods? Yes, we can override static methods. We have seen this multiple times. I have told you about a concept of method overriding. Sorry, overloading. What was that? I have told you I can actually overload a non-static method also. I have told you we can overload a static method also. What was the concept of method overloading? Huh? In case of a method overloading, guys, I have to give what? Same name of the method, but method overloading will be called as method overloading when I am having different parameters, count of the parameters are different, sequence of the parameters are different, return type does not match, and I am overloading the multiple methods within the same class. I hope you remember it. So static methods also can be overloaded but can never be overridden. And that's where it, you know, it uh, lends me to another question. What? Very, very important question interview. Can you override main method? Guys, can you override a main method? No. Two questions from interviewers are coming. Can you overload a main method? And can you override a main method? So the concept is, yes, we can overload a main method, but compiler or the JVM will only be going to that main method or calling that main method, which consists of what? Your uh, this thing, public static void main with string arrays argument as a signature. Though we can overload it multiple times. We can have string one parameter, two parameter, int, sequence, doesn't matter. The JVM will only be calling the method which consists of this exact signature. Question is now, can we override a main method? Huh? No, we cannot. Why? First of all, it is static. Hmm? I told you right now that you cannot override an static methods. So that's why you cannot override a main method also because it is static, guys. Fine. I hope this is clear to you now. All the questions you keep on writing, either you want to write it via pen, copy, and all these things, just do keep on writing. Very important from interview perspective. Now, let us talk about one more concept, having some private methods also. है ना? What should we do? I am going inside again car class, and what I'm trying to do, uh, I'm saying I'll be having one private method like what? I'm saying private void a locking method is there of a car. Means a car can have a separate locking mechanism, and obviously, different cars can have its own locking mechanism. Yeah, either you can use with key concept, without key concept, and all these things. Center locking, all these things. What should I write? If I'm writing uh, car class private locking method. Hmm? Can we have it? Yes. What is the issue it is saying? It is saying it's not used. That's fine. I created one private uh, locking method of a car class. The question is, first of all, can we override this private locking method in my child class? I'm taking a BMW class, guys. Can I override this private method? Hmm? See what I'm doing. Written the same thing, and I'm just saying BMW. It's a BMW class private thing. I'm not getting any error right now. Can we just do it? See, the method locking, which is of BMW type, must override or implement a super type method. That means it is considering that you are not overriding from your super class, or it's not correct. Hmm? So that means you cannot override private method also. You cannot override static methods. Hmm? But same concept of your static, can we have a private individual methods in child class? Yes, we can have that. But as soon as we write the at the rate annotations, it will be considered as an overridden method and it won't be allowed. Hmm? Now, first of all, I'm just commenting it out. Let me just try to do what? I really want to call the car class locking method via BMW class object. I'll be going inside the test car again. And with the help of BMW class object, I really want to call what? Locking method can I call? Hmm? No. Why? Hmm? I've told you multiple times, guys, since it is a private method, and private means what? You cannot access any property of the private variable or the method outside of that class. I've told you inside that encapsulation sessions, 2 sessions back, we have talked about encapsulations. That if you really want to use a private properties, private methods, use it via what? Some public methods, getter setters, some public properties. Huh? Because that's very specific, that's very private to that particular class. That means you cannot call with the help of your class, child class object. But can I call it via uh, car class object? See, what is that? It's a billing. Oh no, it's a locking. See, no suggestions are coming. Why? Because even if you are using now that child car class object outside the class, you cannot access it. Hmm? That's why private class properties should be only accessed within the same class, not outside the class. So to access this locking property of a car class, guys, what do you have to do? Hmm? Tell me. Concept of encapsulation. Can we create some sort of a public method like public void car locking? Huh? And inside this, what I'm doing, I am calling this what? Locking method, which is private. So M1 is calling M2. Same concept. M1 can call M2 na, within the same class. Yes, it can call. Now, if you really want to call, now in this case, with the help of your child class object C, can you call car locking? Now you can call. With the help of C, car class object, can you call the car locking? Now you can call, guys. Hmm? Let us just try to run this. See, car class private locking method. Car class private locking method. Called via what? With the help of your public methods. This is what called as encapsulation. Your private method is being utilized inside the public method, and you are trying to access the private properties not directly, but with the help of using public methods. A pure classic concept of your encapsulation inside the inheritance. Hmm? Okay, I hope this is clear. Most of the things we are done from the inheritance concept. Let us do what I really want. If I'm saying, if I really want to make this speed as final, can I do this? Yes, obviously you can do this. Now, can I try to access this speed variable in the test car class with the help of a BMW? Hmm? See what value it will print. First of all, let me see if I'm having any BMW speed. I don't have. Will it print its parent class object speed or not? See this first of all. See, it is printing 40 only. Hmm? Okay. Can I do it with the help of your car class also? Means if I really want to access the properties, final property, C dot speed, can I do this? Let us check. See, yes, I can do this. But what is the concept? Concept is, can I change if I really want that, what? Hmm? If I really want to modify the speed of the car via car class object and via your BMW class object. Can I do this? If I'm saying BMW dot speed, I can access it. But as soon as I'm saying make it 100, no, you cannot. Why? Because that's final. And that's why you cannot change the speed of the car. Okay. Can I do it with the help of your your car class object? See, if I'm saying car dot speed, you become 100 now. Cannot do that. Why, guys? Final. So final variables cannot be changed. It is constant. Final methods cannot be overridden. Final class cannot be inherited. Simple concept purely. And very important question from your interview perspective for a final thing. They will be asking, tell me 3 ways, 3 restrictions from the final perspective. These are the restrictions, guys. Hmm? I hope you understood. So what to do, guys, as a part of an assignment, try to create 4 classes, 3 child class, 1 parent, and 1 try to have a grandparent class. Fine. And take a case of an hospital case or something like this. Hmm? Okay. Try to create 4, 5 classes, then see whether you are able to do the multiple inheritance and check it whether you are able to do multi-level inheritance also or not. Multiple and multi-level. In the next class, tomorrow's session, I'll be surely telling about how we can actually cater this particular situation, how we can actually resolve this situation in case via using interfaces. Okay. So for now, your chapter for that inheritance is almost over. Tomorrow we'll be working on the new chapter, your interfaces concept. Any questions still here, guys? Anything? Hmm? Is the session clear? Hmm? Any question, guys? Or should we stop then? Hmm? Okay, I think if we really don't have any questions, then we are good to stop. Fine, guys. Thanks a lot. I'll be sharing your recording soon. Thank you.